University presidents, the ultimate sacrifices in the political arena. What happens when a university's leadership becomes a political pawn? The recent resignation of James Ryan, president of the University of Virginia, offers a chilling case study in how institutions can sacrifice their integrity to appease external pressures. But here's where it gets controversial. Was Ryan's decision to step down truly in the best interest of his university, or did it inadvertently hand power to those seeking to undermine academic independence? This is the part most people miss, the quiet surrender of institutional autonomy in the face of political bullying. Last month, Ryan resigned under intense scrutiny from the Trump administration, which demanded his removal to address a Justice Department investigation into UVA's diversity, equity, and inclusion DEI policies. In his resignation letter, Ryan claimed he couldn't cause real and direct harm to colleagues and students to preserve my own position. His words echo Claudine Gay's resignation at Harvard under similar pressure, where she wrote, "It's in the best interests of Harvard for me to resign." But what does it mean when leaders prioritize institutional survival over standing firm against politically motivated attacks? And this is the part most people miss. The real casualty here isn't the president. It's the university's right to govern itself free from partisan interference. The Trump administration's war on higher education shows no signs of slowing. This month, a fourth federal probe was launched into George Mason University, targeting its admissions, scholarships, and response to anti-Semitism. Gregory Washington, the university's first black president, now faces rumors of forced resignation mirroring the UVA saga. Virginia senators have warned that these accusations against Washington, like those against Ryan, are dangerously vague. Yet, they've already sparked panic among faculty and governing boards. The AAUP chapter at George Mason even criticized the board for failing to defend Washington, calling it a betrayal of academic values. Despite Washington's resilience, the question remains, how long can a leader hold the line if their institution abandons them? Timothy Heapy, a former UVA legal advisor, argues that the university had a strong defense in Ryan's case, but waved the white flag of surrender instead of fighting. By accepting Ryan's resignation, UVA didn't just comply with the demand, it sent a message that it was willing to trade its independence for political favor. And this is the part most people miss. When universities cave, they don't just lose a president, they lose their credibility as autonomous institutions. The stakes are existential. Without institutional autonomy, academic freedom crumbles. Universities risk becoming tools for political agendas, silencing dissent, and shaping knowledge to fit narrow ideologies. The Magna Charta Universitatum, a global statement on academic freedom, calls this independence a cardinal value. Yet today, boards are choosing appeasement over principle. By giving in to bullies, they invite more aggression, a lesson the Trump administration's actions against George Mason seem to confirm. There's an old allegory about a frog in boiling water who doesn't notice the rising heat until it's too late. Universities are in that pot now, but many are still in denial. If we let governments force out popular leaders today, what's next? Will curricula be rewritten? Will faculty lose their right to speak freely? These aren't hypotheticals, they're the logical endgame of surrendering to political pressure. Leaders like Ryan, who put their institutions above personal ambition, are rare and vital. But they can't carry the burden alone. Boards must stop treating resignations as a solution and start defending their autonomy. The war is heating up, and the next target could be any university. Are willing to let the next leader be sacrificed so easily? Share your thoughts below. Do you believe universities should resist political pressure at all costs? Or is compromise sometimes necessary to protect their missions? Gretchen Walsh, Olympic champion, joins UVA's presidential nominating committee. Imagine a world where a college student, a record-breaking Olympian no less, has a say in who becomes the president of one of the most prestigious universities in America. That's exactly what's happening at the University of Virginia. But here's where it gets controversial. This university, under pressure from the Trump administration, dismantled its diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. Now, as it seeks a new leader, a young athlete who excelled in an environment that values diversity and inclusion is part of the committee making the decision. Gretchen Walsh, the NCAA champion swimmer and world record holder, is part of a 28-member committee at the University of Virginia that will help select the school's 10th president. Now that's a unique resume for a committee member, don't you think? Let's break this down.
Walsh, who graduated with a finance degree and a minor in math, is one of only 3 student representatives on this committee. That's remarkable, considering she's also a 4-time NCAA champion swimmer with an impressive list of accolades, including winning the Honda Cup as the Collegiate Woman Athlete of the Year. Her GPA? A stellar 3.85. And this is the part most people miss. Walsh is swimming in uncharted waters. As the Trump administration targeted university diversity programs, UVA's own DEI office was eliminated. Now, this young Olympian is part of the team that will help choose the university's new leader. What do you think? Should an athlete like Gretchen Walsh have a say in choosing the president of a university? Or is this a clear case of the right person for the job, regardless of background? Let us know in the comments. As the University of Virginia navigates this pivotal moment, the choice of president will undoubtedly shape the institution's future. And with a record-breaking Olympian like Gretchen Walsh on the committee, we can't help but wonder what kind of leader they'll select.